Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Sawadee Kap. Welcome to the Bira International Kart Circuit here in Pattaya, Thailand, and it's finals day for the 2025 Rotax Max Challenge International Trophy Asia.
Welcome, Henry. Here we are, beautiful sunny day here in Thailand, and of course some fantastic racing yesterday. We're lining up last two superheats.
Yes, the senior superheats. We've got 53 senior drivers. They've got two races, one race each, and at the end of that race, the top 32 in points will go forward to the finals, and we have the finals for all other classes, the main events coming this way. 4 tickets. It's the biggest party in world karting, the Rotax Grand Finals, set to be decided today. How can people follow the action, Jen?
All the action, of course, is coming live. Facebook, RMC Thailand, and of course on YouTube, the same, RMC Thailand. And of course, follow on social media because Rotax Karting are also sharing the links. So if you're on the global app as well for Rotax, you can download that free for Android and iPhone, and you'll find all the info, all the links, results, everything.
The racing is about to get underway. So, for the competitors, good luck. Let's get the road to Bahrain underway. Even he's excited. Thank you. Right, good luck.
What happened?
Well, good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen, on the live YouTube broadcast on the RMC Thailand YouTube channel and Facebook page. My name's Henry Baudet. Joining me will be Jen Wade with all the interviews, plus a couple of special guests, commentators. During the course of the day, you are looking at the assembling pre-grid area for Senior Rotax Superheat number 1. Now, we started with 131 drivers. For those of you who were watching yesterday, Firstly, we thank you. I have been told by Moment Media, the organisers of this event, that we had the highest ever viewing figures for a Rotax Thailand event in the history of the series. One bit of news to bring you up to date with. In senior Rotax, driver number 309, Jukka Koivistoinen, you saw him having a huge crash going through the barriers. He is uninjured, no broken bones, but the oldest competitor here, 68 years old. He's got plenty of contusions and probably one or two confusions. He's not racing today, but he will be here for the driver parade later on. Are looking at some of the contenders in the first of the Superheats. There's the number 352 cart, Megat Zul. And I'm just getting a word from the organisers. The heat points in seniors from yesterday, there was one or two slight miscalculations. The staff are recalculating as we speak. They will update everyone very shortly. Now, I'm not sure how that affects the drivers that are sat on the grid. Whilst we haven't got any action for you to look at, let's have a look at some of the drivers instead, because 131 entries in total. 21 nations. Obviously, our host nation from Thailand have got the largest contingent of drivers, 59 in total. But we've got 16 drivers from Japan, 7 from Singapore, 8 from Hong Kong, 6 from India, 5 from the Philippines and Chinese Taipei and the island of Taiwan, 4 from Indonesia and and Malaysia, 2 from Australia, and then 1 driver from Belgium, Canada, China, Denmark, 2 from Finland, 1 from the UK, 1 from Hungary, 1 from Kyrgyzstan, 2 from South Korea, 1 from the Netherlands, 1 from Switzerland via Finland, but a real international caliber event, and I have to say, the entire setup here at the Bira circuit in Pattaya in Thailand has been very, very impressive indeed. There, we're looking at the number 323 cart of Tomoki Terashima, the gold motorsport driver on that Gillard chassis. Alongside him, Austin, the 302 of Austin Gale. Austin, he was the Asia Trophy Series, not this event, but the Asia Trophy Series champion in 2024 in senior. And both he and his younger brother Toby are in contention. Toby was the Asia Trophy Series junior champion last year. The Asia Trophy Series is the series of events across the continent. This is the international trophy. It ranks above anything else in this on the continent of Asia in terms of qualification for the Rotax Grand Finals. There's Knud Nielsen from Denmark. And the number 313 cart is Kritash Jirayupa. Kritash, one of a number of drivers on a Paralin chassis here. There is another of the Paralins. That's the DRM Racing Team Paralin. And that is Clifford Kanjanapas. having a look down at one of his other teammates, the 301, Ratcharat Anathanarkan. There is Ratcharat. He's got his Team Thailand race suit on. I think that's the 2023 or the 2022 Thailand race suit. There is the number 350. That's Tan Dillon, the Simon Racing driver. With the number 348. So Miska Kaskinen for the Stratos team. He's not been well. He has picked up a stomach bug, which is leaving him pretty sapped of energy. I just saw him a few minutes ago, and I said thumbs up or thumbs down. He sort of gave me a thumbs in the middle, saying, you know, he's not great, but he's here and he's racing. There's Zachary Boyce in the number 331 Next Kart racing outfit. Harith Zaril O from Malaysia is in kart number 351. Now, some of these drivers down towards the back of the field, we've got 52 competitors now in seniors. 32 will make the final. How the points are worked out. Every driver competed in 2 heats yesterday. Those points were gathered together and added up. Those points then sets the grids for the 2 superheats. The superheats are worth 1.5 times the points of the actual heats themselves. At the end of the superheats, all the drivers' points from both heats and the superheat are added together, and the top 32 point scorers go through to the final. For everybody else, sadly, it is game over. Now, this is the only class where we have more drivers than is permitted on a single grid. There's Toby Lien, and you can see on his visor strip the BBR Lake Choker Racing visor. Toby, the only Canadian representative here this week. The number 339 kart, you can see the second kart in the line. That's Hungary's Armand Hamilton. He is the reigning E20 Senior Rotax Grand Finals champion. He's the only reigning Grand Finals champion competing here. We do have another former champion competing in DD2, Axel Sanyala, but Armand Hamilton, the only current Grand Finals champion here. He'll be starting, well, provisionally from the inside of row number 2, although we have mentioned that there was a slight miscalculation in the points. The organisers here, we have a huge stewarding panel and organisational team from the Royal Automobile Association of Thailand, from Macau, and also from Portugal. Well, as a real international group of stewards and officials from both Rotax, the host nation, and, like I said, Macau in Asia. We've also got officials here from Australia. This is a global event, and it is being given the global treatment. The images are being brought to you by Motorsport Thailand. They are the live broadcast partners for this event. I'll quickly take you through the timetable for today. Just take you through the timetable for today. We've got 2 races to bring you, Superheat A and Superheat B. We apologise for the slight delay, but the organisers wanted to double check and make sure that the points at the end of the heats were absolutely correct. And now they believe they are. So, a 15-lap Superheat A. Then, at the end of these next 2 races, we will have the Drivers' Parade followed by the lunch break, and then the 5 main events this afternoon. Tickets for Bahrain available in Mini, Junior, Senior and DD2. It was a tough day of racing yesterday, and it's going to be even tougher today. It's very hot. It's not as breezy as it was yesterday. Humidity is going to be a factor. Tyre wear is going to be a factor. If there's a break in the commentary, it's because I'm trying to see how the Detroit Lions are doing in the playoffs. At the moment they're losing. So if I start throwing things around the commentary box, you know that the Lions have lost. But here we go. This is your starting lineup. Tomoki Terashima starts from pole position alongside Austin Gale, Armand Hamilton and Timothy Degcharev on row number 2. Yoshito Sasaki and Toby Lien on row 3. Knut Nielsen and Chen Yang Tsai on row number 4. Senna Ito and Kritash Jirayupa are on row 5. Sen Han Ling and Clifford Konjanapas are on row number 6. Jane Lee Gay-hee and Ratcharat Anathanarkan are on row number 7. Lax Banfner and Dylan Tan, row 8. Rayans Karetti and Miska Kaskinen, row 9. Wirasak, Imwichan and Alpesh Patel, row 10. Megat Zulkani, Azizul and Zach Boyce go from row number 11. Lee Ting Ho and Harith Saril O go from row 12. Nutdanai, Sindun Nanchon, and finally, and Chayakorn Young are on row 13 with Paco Sarmiento rounding out the field. Lights are out. We are off and racing into turn number 1 and through turn 2. And one of the Paralins running wide, number 310. That's Clifford Konjanapas losing ground, but he manages to keep it from spinning into turn number 4 now. This is known as the Mickey Mouse section. It's a very technical, long right-hander. There's Mr. Kaskinen running wide and a spin. Oh, Kaskinen was so fortunate there. He was on the outside of 2 drivers that clipped each other and another driver just behind. Now let's have a look. That is the 3-0. It was that Jane Lee Gay-hee in the number 308 car, I believe it was. Her chances of making the final have just gone up in a cloud of dust. 2 other drivers trying to make their way out. One of them is carrying their side pod, which will not be good. So we'll find out who they were. Or where when we come around again. But it's Terashima from Gale. Sasaki is up into 3rd. Knut Nielsen was 4th. He's just been passed for 4th. He's down to 5th now. So that's Degcharov who moves up. Let's have a little look. And now watch for the... there's 3 wide here coming into turn number 4. Now Kaskinen goes to the outside in 348. Just inside him, there's a bit of a concertina effect. One driver, oh, Kaskinen got clipped. Look at the opposite lock. He is wheeling that wagon, and the drivers that were involved, it was Zach Boyce, Ratcharat Anathanarkan, Rayan Karetti, and Jane Lee Gay-hee. They've all continued, but right down at the bottom end of the field. Meanwhile, Terashima opens up a 1 second advantage. Overtaking here is not impossible, but it's very difficult. Tyre wear is key. There's a move. I said it wasn't impossible, but Armand Hamilton showing us why he is a grand final champion. He moves past Knut Nielsen. It was a poor start from Hamilton. He had dropped all the way back to 6th position. Now he moves back up into P5. Great overhead shots from our drone camera. They go through turn number 7, slightly downhill. It's a bit of a bowl corner. Uphill on the exit, through turn number 8, over that vicious bump. Hard on the anchors now, into turn number 9. Then into the final complex, over the curb at the entrance to turn number 10. And you can see that pack just coming out of the final corner, a little bit of jostling. It's almost impossible to make a passing move there. Into turn number 1. can be done, and then you're straight into turn 2, but you're better off getting a run and a slipstream for this overtaking opportunity. Into turn number 3, and you can see that Tony Kart, green and white Tony Kart, trying to have a pop at the driver in front and failing. That is the number 352 we're looking at now on our screens. That is Malaysia's Megat Zulkarni Azizul, and he is let's have a look, see where he is. He is not in the top 10. It's Terashima Gale. Cecil is 14th, in fact. There is Armand Hamilton, who now goes around Timothy Degcharev. Armand Hamilton has got the bit between his teeth, I have to say. I was fortunate enough to spend a bit of time with Armand last night around the dinner table, and he is, quietly confident, I think is the word. He's, not the most demonstrative of characters, but he does carry with him, he exudes a quiet confidence and a focus that, someone was asking him, what else he had done in his career last night, and he was quite, he showed himself and said, well, I haven't really won much up until the grand finals, but of course, that has boosted his confidence inwardly an awful lot. And there is side by side, that is the number 313 Paralin kart of Kritash Jirayupa, battling with Chen Yang Tsai, and side by side again, that is the battle. That looks like one of the next kart drivers. 350 Tan Dilan, sorry, it's the Falcon, the Simon Racing driver of Tan Dilan. Now, retirements. We started this race with 27 drivers. We are down to 25. Two of the drivers caught up in that opening lap incident, Clifford Kanjanappas and Rayan Karetti, are out of the race. Has that signalled the end of their chances of making it into the final? We will have to wait and see. There's Knud Nielsen now holding off the 322 kart of Senhan Lin, Kiddix Asia Academy driver. His nickname is Benson Lin. In that red and blue Taiwan Chinese Taipei race suit, and here comes Benson. Thinks better of it. Chasing Benson is Dylan Tan. So these three, they're battling over 6th, 7th and 8th. Through turn number 5. Now the switchback into turn number 6. That group of 3 is now becoming a group of 4, because Senna Ito is closing in. There's Senna in kart number 329. Toby Lien is just behind this group a little bit. But there is Senna Ito. He checks over his shoulder. Up at the front, you're not missing anything. It is quite spread out. Terashima, Gale, Sasaki, Hamilton, Degcharev, and then this battle. Nielsen, Lin, and Tan. Will Benson have a look to the inside in that Kart Republic chassis? No, he will not. Now, he looks to the inside now, though, going into turn number 4. Good move. Can he keep the kart on the inside and prevent it washing out as he turns? That corner, you think it's never going to end. And then suddenly, you've got to flick the kart left to get to the second part of that complex. Good move from Benson Lin. That puts him up into P6. Knud Nielsen, Danish dad, Thai mum, so this is home from home for Knud, and he's been struggling in race pace quite a bit. I have to say, maybe those tyres are just going off. Everyone's going to have new Mojo tyres for the final. Now, we do have, obviously we're watching this coverage on YouTube. Let's have a look. Hello to Thomas Thiessen. Hello well, we've got Zarif Rakal fan club online, and if there's any slight issues with the camera, we do apologise. Everything should be okay now, I hope. So if we have, there are a few issues, technical issues. It's abrasive. It tortures the tyres. Speaking to a couple of mechanics, they were saying that their drivers are having to learn tyre management for the first time in their career, which is a valuable lesson, but it is a lesson that every driver has to learn. We're looking at Sasaki, who has now been caught and passed by Armand Hamilton. So Hamilton proving that passes can be made. He's made 3 really good, clean overtakes in this race. So the Australian born in Brisbane, Australia, based just out Budapest in Hungary, and does an awful lot of racing in the United Kingdom, moves into P3, but he's 5 seconds behind Tomoki Terashima, who is also 3 seconds in front of Austin Gale. And now there's the crossover, the 317 and the 322. Degjarev and Benson Lin. Benson Lin losing out there to Dylan Tan. Or does he? No, he manages to keep in front. I thought Dylan in the number 350 was going to have a little nibble. Out to turn number 6, into turn number 7. This is 5th, 6th and 7th place. Benson just gives a signal to Dylan to say, right, come on, let's work together. But we're about to complete, well, the leader has already completed lap 12 out of 15. And there's a view from trackside, 3 laps to go. Please keep your comments coming in on the live YouTube chat. Rounding out the top 10, this is lap 14 out of 15. Into turn number 3 goes this battle for 5th, 6th and 7th. All these drivers will be very, very happy that they can just throw this set of tyres away. No, they can recycle this set of tyres and look after the environment. At the end of this race, fresh mojo bones for everybody in the final, but to be in the final, you've got to make the final. This driver, Tomoki Terashima, is on course to start at the very front of the final. He has 1 lap to go through turn number 1 and 2. There goes Austin Gale, all on his own in second for the CRG Team Thailand outfit. The battle is still on between Degjarev, Lin and Tan for 5th. Further back, there will be drivers scrambling for every position to try and make their way into the final. We're going to lose 20 drivers from this class. We don't know who, it all depends on. Boy, Toby Lien has retired. That's devastating. So has the number 301 kart of Ratcharat Anathanarkan. Is that going to help some of the lower order drivers pick up a few places and maybe squeeze into the main event? But there's no squeezing into the main event for this man. Tomoki Terashima wins Superheat A. Austin Gale comes home in second. There's Armand Hamilton in third, with Yoshihito Sasaki fourth. Then Timothy Degcharev, Benson Lin, Dylan Tan, Senna Ito, Kritash Jirayupa, and Knut Nielsen rounds out the top 10. Now these are some of the drivers that will be a little bit more nervous. Mega Asisol, 11th. Chen Yang Sai, 12th. Werasak Aimwichan 13th, Alpesh Patel 14th, Lee Ting Ho 15th, Harith Zariel O 16th, Paulie Miska Kaskinen 17th, Chayakon Yongyong 18th, Lax Bafna 19th, Paco Miguel Sarmiento 20th, Nutdanai Sirunan Chonaun. Yes, that's correct. I'm doing my best with the Thai pronunciations. Sirinunchan is 21st. Zach Boyce 22nd. Jane Lee Gay-hee is 23rd. And the final finisher, sadly, we lost Toby Lien, Ratcharat, Anathanakan, Rayan Karati, and Clifford Conjanapas. There's Austin Gale. Now, Thomas Thiessen supporting Knud Nielsen on the live chat, and Tomoki as well. Tomoki, there he is, getting some support as well from his home nation. And Jen Wade will grab Tomoki for the interview at the end of the race. And I have to say that, well, before we get started, this interview segment is sponsored by the Blue Mountain Knitting Club. Knitting all sorts of items back in Australia. Apparently, they do a really good collection of knitted underwear pouches, which Jen was telling me about. Maybe that's not true. Maybe I was lying. Who knows? There we go. So, sponsored by Australia's greatest knitters, Jen Wade.
Thank you, Henry. Kisan gozaimasu. We just around this a little. Okay. Genki desu ka? Tell us about the race. Japanese, maybe. I've got a question. Let's have a look. Hold on one second. レベルが高くて、自分も成長できるので、とてもいいレースに出場したなと思っています。And are you happy? Enjoyable racing at this level? とても面白いです。はい。Arigato. ありがとうございます。Well done. Congratulations. A little bit of a Japanese lesson this morning. Thank you.
Do apologise, we're still having issues with that wireless microphone. I think we may have to move the interview area because nothing seems to improve the reception, and we do want to hear from the drivers. But there is a look at your provisional top 8. Japan, Thailand, Hungary, the top 3. Terashima, Gale, Hamilton, Sasaki, Degjarev, Lin, Tan, and Ito. So now we have a little look at the contenders. There was Ian Willock, and now the number 320 car, Jenny Bibine, as she, the Thai-Swiss driver on the Birrell ART chassis for Birrell team. There's another one of the Simon Racing drivers, Davika Vonkapon. Everyone calls her Nana. It's her nickname. Na, what's your name? It's Davika. Na, what's your name? It's Davika. I told you that. Anyway, moving on. The 305. That's Warapong Aimwichan. Well, he's just watched his brother go out in race number 1. Putter, well, he needs to be a driver, not a putter. That's a golf joke, by the way. 335 is Warunchit Watanathanakun. Now he's got old school Thailand. That's a 2022 Thailand race suit, that is. There is Luke Armstrong in kart 338. Luke finished 4th in the DD2 class in this event last year, but has decided to throw his hat in the ring with the biggest field we have here this year, the Singapore-based driver. And next up, that's Norarat Apivat. He's one of the Singer-sponsored drivers. Speaking of Singer, red lemon soda, green lemon soda, and yellow lemon soda. I have one of all three. Mohammed Fairuz is next, 306. Now, Mohammed, in the Asia Trophy DD2 class last year, he won that in the Asia Trophy Series, not this event, the Series. 307, that's Yutsai Kimi Chan. And now one of the very smart-looking GFC chassis for Anathorn Tanginachai, the Gary Carlton built, American-built and designed chassis. Now we move up. There's Toby Gale, younger brother of Austin Gale, winner of the Asia Trophy Series as a junior last year, finished 24th in the Rotax Grand Finals, now moving into seniors for the first time, but leading the way, Ryan C. from the Philippines. Yeah, I see you too, Ryan. He's the Kiddix Kart Academy Kart Republic driver, but alongside him, the Luce Motorsport, number 327, Hayato Miyamoto. As behind him, you just see briefly the 314 kart of Panayakon Aram Rasami. Aram Rasami, is that right? Aram Rasami, give us a thumbs up. Yeah, well, he's too busy focusing, is Panayakon, who was very, very fast in qualifying indeed. He will be one to watch for sure. For those of you that care, the Lions are now only 3 points behind the Commanders, 31-28. My nerves are shot to bits. They were 10 points down at half-time, they're now only 7 points down. For those of you that care, watching NFL, you know, just think of it as my well-being. The Lions win, I'm a happy commentator. Lions lose, I'm used to that, so there we go. Right. Senior Rotax, Superheat B. These aren't the drivers that were behind all the drivers in Superheat A, by the way. The leader of the points at the end of Superheat, at the end of the heat races yesterday, that driver started from pole position in Superheat A. Second in points starts from pole position in this race. So these are the drivers that finished second, fourth, sixth, 8th, 10th, 12th, etc., etc. After yesterday's racing. We are waiting for the appropriate time. Just over a minute to go. What? Exactly a minute to go. It's almost as though the grid marshal was listening. Of course, this is the race where, Koivistoinen will not be racing. Do have to say, I hope if Jukka is here. I did go and speak to his team this morning, who said that he should be coming today. Battered, bruised, contused and confused, but fundamentally sound. Not bad for 68 years old, he was telling me. But they say you're only as old as the lady you feel, and I've seen Jukka's wife, so he'd probably feel about 21. Anyway, let's go! Onto the track. Your full starting lineup will be, well, I'll wait for my timing screen to adjust itself, which it isn't. Oh, that's a problem. How do you refresh a Thai PC? Anyway, well, all I know is that Ryan C is starting from pole position. on that Kart Republic chassis. Everyone else cruising round turn number 7. Apologise, I don't have timing and scoring up here in the commentary box, but well, didn't take a genius to work out that it's Ryan C leading the way around. Everyone else back to Ian Willock in that blue race suit. They form up. Lighting gantry is red. 25 drivers. 15 laps. Into the tram lines. Lights are out. We are off and racing. Into turn number 1 we go. Everyone safely through turn number 1. A couple of drivers running wide coming out of 2, but we keep it on the grey stuff. And good opening couple of corners. Clean as a whistle at the moment. Now we go into turn number 4. 3 wide for about 9th place on back as drivers try to take advantage of the traffic to gain lots of early ground. Out of turn 6 now. They snake their way through the turn 7 downhill entry. A slight lip on exit lifts you up out. Reminds me slightly of the old Jochen Rindt curve at the Österreich Ring in Austria. Now down the straight towards turn number 9. Everyone through cleanly. As we complete lap number 1. And lots of battling further back in the pack. Really good to see. Out of turn number 2, a couple of drivers getting a little bit aggressive there, but it's still Ryan C leading. He hasn't been able to pull away. Hayato Miyamoto in second, Toby Gale third. Then it is Anathorn Tanganachai, all under number 335 in that bright blue car, the boy racing machine of Warrenchit Watanathanakun. He is made a move there, bouncing over the curves, but everyone else is safely through, just looking down. Yep, Kareem Kaur at the back of the field, the butterfly, Akina Therese Santos, and is 24th, Willock 23rd, Satomu is 22nd, Natia Panon is 21st, then Wang Helen, Jenny Bibonnet, and Davika Vonkapon. Nana up into 17th position. Toby Gale rather, sliding around and braking for turn number 3. Defending 3rd position from the black and white GFC chassis. There's the Drago Course chassis, that very smart sort of black and deep blue car, but it's driver is being pushed wide coming out of turn number 6 in the number 325 Yusai Mitsuyama. That Drago chassis is a very smart graphics kit. It's a very smart looking go-kart, I have to say. Up at the front, Miyamoto is keeping Ryan C in sight, although C now begins to push away a little bit. Oh no, number 319. That is it for Nawin Natipanon. The Bill Art driver out of the race, and that is probably his chances of making the final gone. Side by side for 4th place, coming out of turn number 3. And that is still Tanguy Achai battling with Aramarasami. And Aramarasami finding it a little bit difficult in traffic. When he was out front after qualifying on pole position, he was able to keep the field at bay, but now he's stuck in that dirty air. He is finding it troubling because, of course, everything starts to overheat in these conditions. There he is in that green and white race suit, which can squeeze to the outside. How to say, Panyakon Aramrasami is not going the direction he was hoping to. He's now fallen back to 7th place. Luke Armstrong, a bit of P5 in kart number 338. That's good driving, although he does have a little bit of a divot on the front of his nose cone. I would not want to second guess the officials, but I would say that Armstrong's nose cone may have dropped off the bracket, which would incur a penalty. So what he, and speaking of which, there's 3 wide, 4 wide, coming out of turn number 6, and things are getting a little bit tetchy here. Desperation moves kicking in. Drivers know one good result could get them into the final, and drivers think if I lose another place then I might not make the final. Lap number 6, the order: Ryan C, 1.1 seconds ahead of Hayato Miyamoto. Toby Gale 3rd. Anathorn Tangianachai just about in 4th place, followed by Armstrong. Now Armstrong has got the, no, it's not Armstrong with the divot on his NASA panel. Armstrong with a plain white graphics kit on his, well, plain white, he's got no graphics kit on his kart. It's just plain white. So which of the Tony karts he's going to, it's the number 316 kart of Nathaniel Andikara, who has got the damage to his nose cone. As you can see there, just a little bit of a dent in the front of that nose cone. Great pictures. Luke Armstrong has just got a bit of a rubber scrape on it, bit of tyre, got a bit of extra Mojo rubber on the front of his nose cone. They cross the line. Behind them, the Paralin kart. Next of Zarif Rakol Farhudin. But what a turnout would this be? Anathorn Tangianachai, under the watchful eye of Warren Wong, Komorako and Gary Carlton here in the paddock. Can Anathorn podium for the GFC team on their international Rotax debut? You can see Ryan C moving away now through turn 7. Just to the right of the circuit there is the statue of Prince Bira, Thailand's first Formula 1 driver, of which this circuit is named after. Aram Arasami is down to 8th place now. Oh, over the curve there. What? Andy Kara leapt over the curve, and it actually cost him a position because Zarif Farhudin on that Powerlin kart number 336 picks up a place. And now Zarif is going after Luke Armstrong, who defends into turn number 3. This will give Tangianachai a chance to maybe break away. Here comes the Malaysian driver, and Farhudin goes past Armstrong. 2 strong moves. That Paralin kart is looking particularly strong at the moment for the DRM racing team. I was going to say, oh dear, ready for this one? Zarif Farhudin just slid into Luke Armstrong's DRMs. Oh dear, apologies for that one. Ryan C now 1.6 seconds up the road. Through turns 1 and turns 2. Has got an absolute rocket ship at the moment. He is driven up to the rear bumper of Tangianachai. The 4th place Tangianachai having to defend. Look at the grip that he's got on the inside, the number 336 kart. As everyone else is struggling now to get their karts turned into the long turn number 5. Farhudin has come alive. Tangianachai looking over his shoulder. We're only on lap 9 out of 15, so a long way to go in this one. I have to say, Zarif Farhudin is only 3 seconds behind the race leader. If he can get past Anathorn Tangianachai over the curb, let's see, he'll try the undercut. He's going to get a good run. This is great stuff from the Malaysian. Tangianachai having to defend. Is Farhudin going to go round the outside? He tries it. Tangianachai defends. There looks like there was a little bit of bumper car racing through there, and Tangianachai defending. Here comes Armstrong round the outside, wheel to wheel, full Slim Shady, round the outside from Luke Armstrong. First, only the second Slim Shady we've had this weekend. Good move from Armstrong, and that's actually cost Farhudin all the momentum. catching them at the back of this pack now is Panyakon Aramarasami. Great battle. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th on your screens now. Through turn number 10. Behind that group, there they go across the line. The next group led by Nathaniel, Sra Anuras. Then Varunchit Watanathanakan. Miguel Quinones is 11th. Yusai Mitsuyama 12th. Chanoknan Viratasha is 13th. Warapong Ainwichan is 14th. Yutsai Kimi Chan is 15th. And I don't want to say there was any loading in there, but there was. As they go around turn number 4 and into turn number 5, and now heading up into 5th position is the number 316 Nathaniel Andekara. Aramarasami has picked up a couple of places, and Armstrong and Farudin lose a couple of places. Further down the order, Davika Fonkapon is 16th, Mohammed Fairuz is 17th, Norarat Apivat and Nishimura Tsutomu 18th and 19th, Wang Helen 20th, The Butterfly, Kareen Kaur 21st, Ian Willock 22nd, then Akina Santos is 23rd. Sadly, Jenny Bibine and now in Natapanon have retired from the race. YNC leading from start to finish. The Philippines looking to get their first driver booked into the grand finals. Great battle though. Have to say, Anathorn Tangianachai has been able to keep this chasing pack at bay, but up at the front, Toby Gale has caught Hayato Miyamoto. This is lap 12 of 15. We're about to start lap 13 of 15. Ryan C is up the road. There he goes. But second place is up for grabs. Out of turn number 2, down towards turn 3. Once again, oh, there's Aramarasi up the inside of Andekara, but Andekara holds him off, and still they cannot pass Tangianachai, although as I say that, finally he gets shuffled wide, and now here come the cavalry. 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers all flood past the number 334 car coming out of turn number 5, and Tangianachai drops from 4th to 8th in the blink of an eye. Anuras and Watatanakan are chasing him down now in 9th and 10th position. 2 laps to go. The spectators watching on keenly from the sidelines as this battle for second place goes through turn number 2. The 327. Hayato Miyamoto for the Luce Motorsports team, trying to fend off Toby Gale on the CRG Thailand entry. And they're not that far in front of this group, the battle for 4th place, which is now held by Andekara, Aramarasami, Armstrong, Farudin and Tangianachai. But out front, Kiddix Kart Academy Kart Republic chassis, Philippine driver Ryan C will start his final lap. He looks over his shoulder. He can now cruise home almost. He could virtually get out and push it. This battle for 4th place looks like it's finally calmed down. Further back in the pack, I'm just looking to see. Oh, there's the boy racing entry, 335. That was Warunchit Watanathanakan. Once again, having a little investigation of that inside curb. Didn't quite work out for him. We're looking back further back. He's that bright green cart. He is giving it all he can. The 344. A bit further back, but Ryan C comes out. He goes into turn 10. He now comes out of turn 10 He crosses the line, takes the win, and look at the battle for second place. Miyamoto just held off Toby Gale, and right at the end, Nathaniel Andikara and the rest of that group caught Miyamoto and Gale. And had this race been another couple of laps, we could have had a 7-kart battle for second. But as it was, C leads from lights to flag. Miyamoto second, Gale third, Andikara fourth. Panayakon Aramarasamy is fifth, Luke Armstrong sixth, Zarif Rakel Fahrudin is seventh, Anathorn Tangianachai eighth, Sra Anuras is ninth. The top 10 rounded out by RMCIT Watanapanakun with Yusai Mitsuyama, the Drago course team 11th. Then Chanaknan Viratasha, Wadapong, Aim Witchan, Yutsai Kimi Chan, Mohamed Faraz, Mohamed Fairuz in 15th, Norarat Apibat, Nishimura Tsusumo, Davika Vonkapon 18th, Miguel Quinones 19th, Kareen Kaur rounds out your top 20 ahead of Wang Helen, Ian Willock, Akina Santos, and the retirements from that race now in Natipanon, Jenny Bibine and Jukka Koivistoinen, who did not start. 8 minutes left in the NFL, and Detroit are down by 10. So a quick moment, pray for the Lions. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we look, there is Ryan. He's going to come over and chat to Jen Wade. Yes, Jen Wade, let's head over. That's right. We just want to give the drivers a bit of extra opportunity to make a fool of themselves by tripping over the tyre barriers. So direct from the circuit, let's see if we can hear from Jen Rays and Y&C.
Ryan, a fantastic race there. Yes, today. Let's. How do you feel now getting in extra points? What does this mean for you?
It's a bit or nerve-wracking because honestly, I didn't really expect to perform in this level or this kind of competition, because it's just there's so many drivers from all around the world, Asia and Europe, all champions at their own respective countries, and it's really nice for me. And with the points I've gotten so far from the heats and the race right now, I'm feeling a lot more confident coming in. I haven't done calculations to see what my well for the final.
Say, what you've said, other people that share exactly that feeling. How am I going to go at this level? But you've done exceptionally well, and I'm sure this is going to give you a real boost now for that start grid. We're going to have to wait and see for this afternoon's final. Of course, we're going to have the driver parade now, so go and do your hair, have a drink, and congratulations. A little bit. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ryan, once again, apologies. I promise, pinky promise, we'll get those audio issues fixed for the finals. Ryan C, Hayato Miyamoto, Toby Gale, Nathaniel Andikara, Panayakon Aramarasamy, Luke Armstrong, Zarif Fahrudin, Anathorn Tangianachai, your top 8. Oh, Washington have scored another touchdown. Unbelievable, Jeff. 7 minutes for Detroit to pull it out the bag. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, back to the go-karting. Let's leave you with a little bit of a break now while we go and organise the drivers' parade. So please stay tuned. We have the drivers' parade coming up, and then we have a break for lunch. So the drivers' parade will be starting in about 5 minutes. What we need to do now, this is going out to paddock. We now need drivers, please, to assemble in your race suits on the dummy grid. Drivers, can you please assemble in your race suits on the dummy grid? We will be going out nation by nation. So, it is a very important part of the event. We have an awful lot of people to thank for this event. The officials, the organisers, this is the very first ticket event for the Rotax Grand Finals. So we need every driver. Attendance at the Drivers' Parade is not voluntary, it is mandatory. So this is not a suggestion saying, please go to the Drivers' Parade. It is now saying it is time for the Drivers' Parade. Whether you are happy or sad, whether you have just done well or badly, you need to put your race suit on, be a professional, head to the dummy grid, and await instruction. Thank you. Yes, say meep meep. What does a roadrunner say?
Me, me.
Meep meep. Right, driver parade that way. Off you go. Right, keep going, keep going. All drivers this way. Come on, young man. Yes, driver parade. You must go. Come on, cameraman. We're going to find this driver and we're going to go to the driver's parade. So you've got to. Sorry, what's your name?
My name is Alpha.
Arfat. Well, then there we go. Right, off you go. That way, driver's parade. Chip chop. There's a no, Kibby, no, not ex-drivers. Too old now. Where's Robin? Get him to the driver's parade. Let's go. Come on. And you. Always a hassle getting 130 drivers to the parade. There's a couple hanging around there. Ah, right, Japanese. Come on, up you go. Come on, come on. Any more hiding around? You can see there's another driver hiding. Come on, Jirapoya, get up there. Come on, there we go. Right, next driver. I can see Simon, Mr. Tire Tester. Chinese Taipei, the island of Taiwan. Phil, come on, Phil. This way. I don't care if you don't want to go to the... It's not a voluntary thing. It's a mandatory thing. Driver parade. Vamoosh, come on. Say hello to the camera. It's better. Say hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, who are you here supporting?
For RL team. RL cutting.
This is the Birrell arm of the Stratos RL team. Good to see you. Thank you for your support.
Yeah, thank you. See you.
See you soon. Right, Luke Armstrong. Come on, Luke. And Monoi. Right, we'll get the boy racing driver. Hello.
Hello.
Go to the driver parade. Come on. Let's go. Phil, you're not in the driver parade. Let's go. We're going to walk together. This is Om. She's the lovely organizer. Hello, Om.
Hello, how are you?
What do you tell the drivers right now? Drivers,
Please go to the parade.
please go to the dummy grid. That's right. Now, look at this. Phil is still refusing. I'm going to walk all the way up to the driver's parade with Phil. Come on, there are how many drivers from Taiwan? 5 drivers from Chinese Taipei. So you need to go and make sure that all 5 are there. We got a couple of other drivers. And Jen Wade walking up. Jen's been scouring the garages. Right, here comes, come on. Here we go. Driver parade. Driver parade. Off he goes. I'm going to go through the garages and find every last one of you. Thank you. Driver? Who? Oh, okay, not a driver. Who are you here supporting?
Heyday.
Who?
Heyday.
Heyday. He's supporting Heyday, one of the Thai drivers. A little bit of interference there. Some of our amazing, hard-working marshals going through the thing. Some karting mums. Hello, mums. How are you?
Yes，
Whose mum are we?
他是中国人呢。
This is in Thai. Say hello in Thai.
Speak Thai Yes สวัสดีค่ะวันนี้เป็นรายการLow Tech เอเชียนะคะ
And Sierra.
มาร่วมเชียร์กันนะคะ
Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Hello, sir. There's a man that looks like he's been living in Thailand for a while. Who are you here supporting?
Yeah, I don't speak so big English. I'm from Switzerland.
Oh, from Switzerland. So you're supporting Robin Raikkonen.
Huh?
Are you supporting Robin Raikkonen this weekend or Jenny Bibbinet?
Yeah, mainly.
There we go. Every accent. Nice tats. Right. Let's have a look. Can I see any more drivers in this tent? No. Good. Is there? Right. Let's have a look. We'll keep moving up. Right. DRM. Any drivers in DRM tent? There better not be. No. Okay. This is. Are we hobbling? Are we a driver?
Yes,
Why aren't we in our race suit?
I'm injured.
That's okay. Well, you can still hobble to the race suit. What's your name?
Ryan Coretti.
Oh, Ryan. Oh, I'm so sorry. You had a crash in that first.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. So you haven't made the final?
No, but maybe next year.
Maybe next year, maybe next year. But even though you haven't made the final, you still need to go to the driver.
Yes, I'm slowly making my way over there.
Hobbling up there. Come on, Ryan, up you go. Thank you very much. There's a bit of true grit and determination for you. Now, to give you an idea of just how important this event is, look at the team garages. There's Timothy Degratev's kart, mechanics working away, and for the final, brand new Mojo tires for everyone. They're going to be happy with that. We're still moving up. Sawadee. Hello, okay. I think we'll go and speak to Om now, then we'll make our way out onto the circuit. Hopefully, we have drivers from 21 nations. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your cooperation. The drivers' parade will be beginning in just a few minutes' time. You only have a few minutes. Don't worry, we know that the pit lane is very hot, and we will get this done as quickly as possible. Thank you for your cooperation. And then please, if you could listen to my instructions throughout the driver parade. We're going to bring the drivers onto the circuit, nation by nation. We are then going to have an official photograph of all the drivers. The stewards, our head steward, Pong Pan, will make a few words, and we will then ask the drivers to come around and stand behind the stewards for the official photo of everybody. So we will be getting underway in about 2 minutes' time. Please, we will listen for the instructions. We want to make sure that all families, parents, supporters and team members, if you're in the garages down towards turn number 1, you can come up this way. The drivers are all going to be lining up in the tram lines. So please, parents, family, spectators, get your cameras. Plenty of cheering and support. We'll have you all by the fences. Thank you very much. So we will be going back upstairs to the commentary box, and then we will begin the driver parade. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation as we invite every competitor in this, the 2025 Rotax Max Challenge International Trophy Asia, in their nations, out onto the circuit. As much applause and support for every driver, please. The first nation out with 2 drivers, it's Australia. Buster Bailey and Hamish Campbell representing Australia. We have 1 driver representing Belgium, Jeff the Beak. And he is joined by his fellow Low Countryman, the Netherlands, Boaz Maximov. We have 1 driver representing Canada, Toby Lien. And we are very proud to host 1 driver from China, Zheng Xihan. Our next nation, 1 driver from Denmark, it's Knud Nielsen. And from Great Britain, Jamie Ambrose. We are so happy to have 8 drivers from Hong Kong, including reigning Asia Trophy Minimax champion John Hahn. John and your teammates, welcome Hong Kong. We have one driver representing Hungary. He is the reigning Rotax E20 champion. With the Rotax flag, it's Armand Hamilton. 4 drivers from Indonesia. There are our Indonesian drivers. We have 6 drivers here representing India, including Lax Bafna, Krish Gupta, and the 3 teammates Hamza Balasinawala, Kian San from the same team. Our second biggest nation in terms of drivers. Please welcome 16 drivers from Japan. Jun Karato, and holding the flag there, that is Ito Ida, waving the Japanese flag. We are pleased to host one driver from Kyrgyzstan. DD2 driver Jan Vonzanok, who is hiding somewhere. Never mind. Well, he's here anyway. We have 2 drivers, brothers Daniel and Isaac Yoon from South Korea. We have 4 drivers here representing Malaysia. We have 2 drivers here representing Finland, including Miska Kaskinen and the 2019 Grand Final champion Axel Sanyala and Robin Raikkonen as well. Our next nation, we have just seen Boaz Maximov for the Netherlands. We have 5 drivers representing the Philippines. Ryan C., Miguel Quinones, and the Fast Angel, Miss Santos. We have just a few drivers here representing the tricolor of France. Rayan Caretti hobbling onto the circuit, a bit injured, but there is our French contingent. We are very fortunate to welcome 7 drivers from Singapore. The Singapore drivers, including Luke Armstrong, Aaron Mehta, Danish Chen. We are also pleased to welcome a 5-driver representation from Chinese Taipei and the island of Taiwan. Eason Tseng. There's Phil, there's Chen Ya Hong, Benson Lin. Welcome Chinese Taipei and the island of Taiwan. But the last nation, the final nation, the biggest nation, 59 drivers from our host nation, Thailand. Here come the Thai drivers. Chinnapat Vejabuti will start the Micromax final from first position. Pumsik Pombunjong will start the Minimax final, I believe from pole position. Austin and Toby Gale fighting for honours in senior. Could Thailand take 3 out of the 4 tickets? Could they take all 4 with Siri Kong Siri in DD2? Ladies and gentlemen, please, one more time, could you show your appreciation for the 131 competitors of this year's Rotax International Trophy Asia? And now, ladies and gentlemen, could you all please put your hands together as we introduce the officials from the event, led by the chairman of the stewards panel, Mr. Poonpan Hirun Vanchikol, international steward Mr. Luis Roby, international steward Mr. Armando de Jesus, and Mr. Americo Martin de Jesus, along with Miss Pauline Song from the Royal Automobile Association of Thailand, Mr. Boonlit and Mr. Thantisak Chantawongso. Also, our race director, Mr. Philip So. Our assistant race director, Mr. Nuttapol Singaputra. Our clerk of the course, Mr. Somyak Kam Akson. The technical delegate from Rotax, Mr. Darrell Smith. And our chief medical officer, Dr. Pulap Puisuan. Officials from Spain, from Austria, from Australia, from Macau, from China, from Thailand. Thank you very much. And now, chairman of the stewarding panel, Mr. Poonpan Hirun Vakchikol, would like to address the drivers. Drivers, please, best of order. Thank you. Mr. Poonpan.
Good morning, everybody. On behalf of the ASN Thailand IAT, I'm really pleased and honored to have the Rotax Mac International Trophy Asia in Thailand. I would like to thank you, all your driver, racing team that's come to join the competition. And thank you to the organizer to arrange a good event this weekend. I promise that there will be more races like this in Thailand. In further and lastly, I would like to thank you everyone. I hope all the driver and team will be enjoy the race and be safe the competition and go back home with smiley. Thank you everybody.
So
Sorry. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, drivers, if you're holding a flag, we have you on this side and on the far side. You're holding a flag on the sides. Okay? If you're not holding a flag, we'll have you standing in rows. Please row on me to the exit of the chairs. Row on me to the exit of the chairs. Thank you. Let's all move in. Second row of drivers on me now. So single file. Flag this way, please. If you're a flag holder, come to the side. Flag holder, go to the other side, please. What?
ช่วยจัดบันไดให้ช่างภาพเขาหน่อยพี่ครับยักษ์อยู่บนตึกเลยพี่ เลยเนาะนี่อยู่อย่างนี้เลยใช่ไหมครับเป็นรูปเนาะ
Ladies and gentlemen, drivers, can we all look at the official in the blue, official photographer in the blue, hands in the air, 1, 2, and now on, we're going to give a traditional, just a quick dab, on 3, quick dab, ready, 1, 2, 3, on 3, quick dab. 3, 2, 1. Almost good enough. And finally, for the drivers, this is now your chance to give a big thanks to your families, your supporters for getting you here. So round of applause for your families and drivers and supporters. We all know, we know that you have all driven very hard. You all want the tickets. Only 4 of you will get the tickets. The rest of you, do not give up. It's a long season to go to get to where you can represent your nation. But for this afternoon, on behalf of the organisers, Moment Media, Chang Tankiwejkul Om, the whole RAAT, our international stewards, good luck. May the best drivers win. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Could you please pass the national flags back to the organisers? Go and enjoy your lunch break, and we will see you for the main events a little bit later on. Thank you very much. those of you watching online, the first final will begin at 12:30 local time, so we'll be back on the live broadcast just before 12:30 local time. Thank you for watching.